Hey, Thatch here. Welcome to the PokeQuiz. A few show notes before we get going. This episode's really exciting. We talk about Pokemon Z Mega Evolutions, whatever we want to call them, and we just decide what Pokemon we think need some evolutions, kind of like Lucario. Well, Lucario didn't need it, let's be honest. But also, if you want to help keep up with the show, please subscribe, like us, comment, rate us wherever you are. It really helps us out while we get ready for this holiday season. And if you want to see anything else when it comes to Pokemon Day next year, let us know at any of our socials or stuff like that. We really want to hear from you guys. But with that, guys, that's it. And I hope you love this episode, and we will catch you on the flip-flop there. And yeah, buckle up for another exciting episode of the PokeQuiz.
And now, coming to you live from atop the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's the one, the only, PokeQuiz.
It's Puckle! Puckle! It's Puckle! Puckle! Pokemon Underground Champions League, oh yeah! Puckle! Puckle.
And welcome to the Puckle Podcast. Puckle, of course, standing for the Pokemon Underground Champions League, a nonsensical name we came up with in 2007, where we talk everything Pokemon from the trading card game to the video game to everything in between. I am your host, Trainer Thatch, and I'm joined by the one and only Sharkfinnagan.
Hello.
And Lynian. Lynian's back.
Hello. There are multiple of us, apparently.
Wait. No, yeah, there are multiple Lynians, yes. Yeah, so
only one shark, but like 6 of me.
Yeah, 6 Lynians. That's why you're on 2 back-to-back episodes, is because there's multiple.
Yeah, we just take turns.
If you really looked at
that's
it,
the pro tip.
It's literally we swapped the same 3 co-hosts the past 3 weeks.
Yes,
we
I
just kind of
noticed that.
shift one for the other.
I noticed that.
It's like it's the holidays, and therefore no one has a lot of free time.
Yeah, the free time is
Conversely,
getting
I have
limited.
Slightly more.
Actually, yeah, I'm in the same boat, Shark. We need to sit down and nail out these games this week, probably.
We probably should, so that way we can, because I got another idea to run by you.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. No, we should definitely do it this week now that my life is not discombobulated anymore. So it'll be a good time. But yeah, welcome to the podcast, blah, blah, blah. This is the part of the show where we just like hang out and chat and talk about what's going on in life. I don't know what you guys have done in Pokemon wise. I haven't done anything. I need to do the Mewtwo mission still. I haven't done it. I want to go get it.
I did the Mewtwo mission. I learned from the Diancie mission and just threw a Master Ball at it because I didn't want to sit there for an hour.
It does take a minute.
It was better and worse. I will tell you that one. Because
explain.
Because
I haven't played it yet.
Premier Ball catching because I like Premier Ball catching. The Diancie one, it was hard just because Diancie could just rip through my team, and I spent most of the time just dodge rolling on that rooftop. Yeah. But with the Mewtwo mission, there's these stacks of like servers or whatnot that basically I could just hide behind. So it was not as much of an issue. I didn't have to lose much of my team because it's like, okay, use Psycho Cut. All right, move to the side of the thing. And I was able to dodge a lot of the attacks. So
that makes sense.
It did take a while, but it wasn't as bad.
Yeah.
I got a couple of Master Balls, 2 of them coincidentally from the
like the online
15 wins to get Zygarde.
Yeah.
So it's this is not worth it. So I just threw that there and called it a day. The other thing, I've been playing Digimon, if that's a Pokemon thing.
That's almost a Pokemon game.
It is almost a Pokemon game.
Did you play Cyber Sleuth? I've heard it's pretty much just Cyber Sleuth, but more. Like
I didn't play Cyber Sleuth.
Okay.
This is actually the first Digimon game I've ever played.
Oh, okay. It's probably the best one to play, I think.
I sat down, I started playing, I was like, all right, I kind of get in the vibe. All right, I understand that each Digimon game's, pretty separate in terms of continuity. And then I got into my first battle, and I saw all of the options and how resistances worked, and I went, wait a second, this is just Shin Megami Tensei for kids.
Yeah. No, it's just like classic JRPG, but with Digimon.
Yeah, there are parts of it I really like. There are parts of it that are less great. I don't know how every villain is a virus because every villain is a virus, which makes them bad. So
Yes.
that means because of how their types work, just a third of your team can never do anything.
Yeah,
Like in a
if you
boss
have
fight.
yeah, like if you have data Digimon, it like is not nearly as fun. Yeah. I have played all of these problems through Cyber Sleuth. It like the triangle it has is very weird, and like the amount that's super effective matters in that game is too much, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, it's too
It's
much.
it's not a bad game, but after watching everyone tell me that Zeta A was terrible and was why Game Freak was lazy and what I should really see a game uh, showing what a Mon catcher could be, I kind of expected more. Uh, Doubly funny because people are like, yeah, they're charging $70 for this. Look what Bandai Namco is doing. I'm like, okay, cost the same. With $100 of DLC that you can buy at launch. That's not an exaggeration. It's $103 on Steam right now to buy all of the DLC, including grind, skip, cut content, and costumes.
Yeah. Yeah. It gets worse when like the collector's edition comes out too. Because like there will eventually just be like the definitive edition, which will be like $60 instead of the whatever price they charge you for this
70.
one. Yeah, 70. Or well, maybe it'll be $70 and it'll include the DLC or something. And this will come out in like a year or something. And it'll be on the Nintendo Switch too. And you can just play that one. And it'll give you all the DLC content. Because like when I bought Cyber Sleuth after it's like the complete edition with the DLC in it. And I was very blown away by like how weird it was just getting fed like all of the DLC stuff. Like they just give you a bunch of the DLC gifts right up front. And I was like, I have no idea what any of this is. Because it's meant as like a new game plus type feature. And I'm just like, I have no idea what any of this is, and I don't want it. And so they gave me like a bunch of like Digimon up front, and I just like grinded them into experience into other guys that I cared about.
I'm just glad that apparently the game is really easy unless you play it on the highest difficulties, in which case it's like expects you to have max stats. So I'm just playing on normal because I don't know what I'm doing. And
the stats are nuts. Oh my gosh. Because like I was looking into it because some Digivolutions in that game. Man, this is a Digimon podcast now, but some of the Digivolutions in that game require like certain stats to be in certain places. I'm like, how do you do that like for this? And like I was looking into it and they're just like, you have to do this, 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 and this. And I'm like, wow, this is a very long guide. I just want to feel like I'm in the anime and I have Omnimon now. That's all I want. Why is it so hard? I just want Omnimon. Just give me Omnimon.
The thing is, like, I don't know most of these guys because I haven't even seen most of the animes. So I'm just sitting there going, you're on my team if I can recognize you from Tamers, okay?
Yeah, yes.
Hey, Guillemon, get on here.
Guillemon, Redamon, Terriermon, you're all here. You're here for a ride. Yeah, exactly.
My current squad is actually just those three in their champion form.
So actually, the way they choose the roster for those games is just based on the anime, by the way, because because they're like these are the ones that people want. Like if they're not there, they're gonna rage. And so the rosters they choose are just like, yeah, these are the ones that were from the anime that people remember. But yeah.
Yeah, to us, that's what I've been doing in Pokemon, playing Digimon.
Yeah, playing Digimon. Yeah. All right. Well, anything fun on your end, Shark?
Mostly just playing a little bit of ZA and just getting ready for the DLC drop. Playing some Go as well, but yeah. Not too much more since last time, so just getting ready. DLC drops on Wednesday.
That checks out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, then I'm excited for DLC as well. So we're just gonna jump into our normal episode. We're gonna kick it on over to the news. Welcome to the news. In the news, we've got a few things to talk about. First and foremost, Mega Lucario Z was announced to okay fanfare, I guess. I don't know. I expected another, if there was another Mega Lucario, that it would have gotten more hype than this one did. I think people are just like, oh wow, I didn't Mega Lucario was already perfect. Why do we do this again?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's basically doing what it's doing, but better?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Maybe
it's gonna get hit faster?
So
it already is fast.
So they revealed a couple of things about Mega Lucario Z. When I was going through the website, I should pull up just the actual website. But why'd you turn off again? We're gonna fight this for a little while, I guess, today. But yeah, so I don't know what exactly is going on with Mega Lucario Z. But I saw some really good speculation on the internet that I think is worthwhile and I should share. But let me pull it up before I forget. There's some really cool stuff to take a look at in terms of Pokemon her Mega Lucario Z. I'm all stuttering because my camera shut off. Apologize to those of you on audio who don't care. One, it is a fighting steel type still, so that's kind of boring. But they do mention in the official press release, it was determined Mega Evolution. It was determined Mega Evolution rather than a regular evolution based on how its form changed through the exposure to a Mega Stone, and its increase in power far outshining that of an average Lucario. It is called Mega Lucario Z in order to differentiate it from the previously discovered Mega Lucario. And then it says, engulfed in its aura. While Mega Lucario can concentrate on huge aura and destructive force, Mega Lucario Z cloaks itself in an aura, increasing its defense, flexibility, and agility. Mega Lucario Z can use its aura in a variety of different ways, such as stretching the aura thin into a shield or channeling it into its blows by concentrating the aura into specific parts of its body, as its legs and fist. And that's it's really a Mega Lucario. It's more defensive, which is interesting because the Lucario you get in your room from AZ at the end of Pokemon Legends EA actually has maxed out defense EVs. Mm-hmm. So I
didn't even think about that one.
Yeah, so my guess is it's just a defensive Lucario. But also they introduced the concept of Z evolution, Mega Evolution, where Z Mega Evolutions need less time to use a move after you tell them to use a move, but they burn through the Mega Meter faster than other Mega Evolutions. So yeah, that's something, I guess.
Yes. Notably, the other Megas that we've seen from this don't have that.
No.
So this is something that seems to be unique to anything that will be tagged as Mega Blank Z.
Yeah, and my imagination is that it's only Pokemon who already have a Mega will be the quote unquote Z. And how many of those will there be? I don't know.
I could see a theoretically giving if there's other legendaries or something, maybe one of those gets a Z. I could see even Hoopa. In theory, getting a Z.
Maybe, yeah, I could see that.
But I don't think, I definitely think it's going to be more likely existing Megas, but there could be one or two.
Let me get Mega Zygarde Z. So we only have the other Mega Zygarde for 2 weeks before everyone starts thinking about the other one.
About the other one, that's probably
Mega
better somehow.
And then what?
Yeah, exactly. You see the vision.
All right. Also, the DLC comes out this Wednesday, December 10th. Typically, the servers update around 1 a.m., I believe, Eastern, or not Eastern, 1 a.m. GTC. So we could see something as early as 8 p.m. on the East Coast on Tuesday, actually. So you might get an update then and be able to play a little bit Tuesday night. So definitely check that out and be ready for it. If not, worst case, you can just play it on Wednesday. I don't know. I don't know. As I get further into adulthood, the less I care about playing it the moment it comes out. I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it tomorrow. I could take a nap right now.
Yep. It gives me an excuse to not be in social media for a little bit, so I don't get spoiled.
In addition, they also did exactly what I thought they would do, and they gave us a Mega Mewtwo mission as well in Pokemon Legends EA, so you can go catch Mewtwo and get Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y. So yay, you can go get Mega Mewtwo. Exciting. You get to go to the Team Flare place and go catch it. Wow, just like Deontay. I think that's a cool little thing they're doing to like keep the game semi-relevant while we wait for the DLC.
Yeah, like that's all
cute.
good.
It's cute. I'm a fan.
Slow roll these megas, yeah.
I'm a fan.
And maybe we'll see more of this with like, you know, like Latios, and
yep,
onwards.
I can't wait for the mission where Rayquaza just kind of shows up.
That'll be the DLC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rayquaza will just
probably
be
tie into Lucario. Not Lucario. Groudon, Kyogre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we know. Yeah, well, Groudon and Kyogre are gonna be there, so like they have to be. Like Rayquaza has to be there. Like you just can't have one without the other. That's just not how that works. And then finally, for me, the Pokemon European International Championships were announced. They're gonna be in London again, so have fun. There's gonna be a Pokemon Center. Have fun trying to get into that. That's usually never a mess. And there's a welcome kit, Mega Charizards. The Mega Charizard X specifically is like the mascot for this one. And yeah, you can also get an Ultra Ball. Have fun getting your Ultra Ball. With that, we're going to move on over to Lynian with video game type news.
Yeah, and in news that doesn't have an Ultra Ball, Pokemon's Unite latest Pokemon is Mega Gyarados. And it will be followed by Mega Charizard Y, because Charizard and Gyarados.
Yay!
If you haven't seen too much Gyarados playing Z to A ranked, you can go see Mega Gyarados on Pokemon Unite.
Yay!
Hooray!
Yeah.
And Friends got an update.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon, they haven't actually tweeted about it or anything, so you might not know this.
Yeah, Cerebi even said their slow roll, like, I think it dropped the same day as we found out about Mega Lucario Z, and Cerebi's like, I could wait on updating this.
It is Pokemon Friends, and I did forget it existed, so there is that.
I mean, it's not a bad game, it's just a fine game. That's
it's
like,
a fine game. That's a good answer.
It's like Pokemon, whatchamacallit, it's just the Pokemon version of Big Brain Academy and all that stuff. It's so like, yay, it's cool. You're getting an actual free update to get more stuff. But like, again, if you don't play it often, you know, you're not into those games. And then, yeah, it's just whatever. So.
Yep.
And also other news of games I don't play as much anymore. Scarlet and Violet will be returning to Regulation 1. It's I.
It's an I. Yeah.
It is an I.
Yeah, they chose to use I for some reason. Yeah.
Regulation 9.
Yeah, in January with an undisclosed date, just like Swish did with the release of Scarlet and Violet. It will likely be that way until the servers go offline in the far future.
Yeah, it's just like Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield still has like open servers, and just I don't know who's playing on them. I'm sure somebody is.
Someone who's trying to get, you know, what the Ribbon Master stuff. You know, you still got to climb the ladder.
You're right. You're right.
Those who ribbon mastering things. That's about really the only reason to do it now.
You're correct.
I guess maybe some rewards. You probably still get the monthly rewards, whatever. So
yeah, you're absolutely right.
The latest,
but again,
yeah. No, go ahead.
But it's like, but then again, it's like you could probably get those items elsewhere anyway.
Yeah. What you can't get anywhere else is the latest 7-star raid, Terra Dragonbolt. Terra Dragonbolt, because it can never have that type anywhere else. It has Dragon Dance and Cursed Body, but no way to boost its special attack, so Magearna can solo with NPCs.
Exciting.
Yeah, no, this should probably not hard. I mean, that's Dragapult. But yeah, all right. On to Pokemon Go news. The Well Armed event is running from December 11th through December 16th, and adds Clobopus to the game. So now you get everyone's favorite fighting type that you forget exists in Sword and Shield.
Exciting.
Yeah. And then as well, on the 14th weekend, you get to be able to get G-Max Snorlax coming to Dynamax battles. So that'll be cool. We finally get another G-Max Snorlax now.
Wow.
You sound so tired.
It's still early. But that's all we got right now.
That's great. All right. Well, that is it for the news in Pokemon Go and in everything else. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull up my little document. Puckle's Badge Bonanza for December is a catch-up month. Keep an eye out on the Badge Bonanza announcement channel on our Discord at pucklediscord.com to find out more details, to make sure that you're doing some of the fun little extra tasks that we have as well. And then finally, Wo Chien's News Corner, news brought to you at a snail's pace. 10 years ago this week, Picross related, Sceptile was announced for Pokken. Picross was released. Oh my gosh, Pokemon Picross, which I do very well remember and I have fond memories of, was released. And then additionally, we also have had Sceptile announced for Pokken, and Worlds was announced for San Francisco in 2016. Wow. Wow. All right. Well, with that, guys, we're going to kick it on over.
10 years later, we are going to have Worlds again in Southern California, or in California.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
In San Francisco, actually.
In San Francisco. Yeah. All right. Well, with that, guys, we're going to kick it on over to our topic. So let's kick it on over to that. Yeah. Topic time. Welcome to our topic today. Our topic today is what Pokemon or what Mega Pokemon do we think should just get good? I think this comes about with Pokemon Legends ZA's DLC giving us the announcement that Mega Lucario Z exists, which tells us that there's just a new Mega Lucario to be had. I don't know that Mega Lucario was one of those Pokemon that I was like, man, that really needs fixed. But this is an opportunity for old Megas to get fixed, I guess is the answer.
Yeah, potentially. We don't know all, but we might, be curious to see what does and doesn't.
It would just be cool to see a couple of our known Mega Pokemon get fixed. Maybe not get fixed, but I don't know. Maybe this is almost even a wish list for which Pokemon get Zs. But I want to get into it. I want to see what you guys say, what Pokemon you think should have just been gotten better or just gotten good. So I would love to see what you guys have, but I think the answer is very obvious to me. We talked about this during like the Mega episode. And
okay, yeah, what's your first one?
Like the top and bottom Megas.
Of the new gen or the new batch or the old batch?
Yes, it's the new batch mostly. But this one I think at least is Mega Pyroar. Can we just make Mega Pyroar good? Like let's just
Can we not make Mega Pyroar?
I don't know, like Pyroar, what happened, bud? I feel bad for you. I don't know what happened. I
remember looking at Mega Pyroar's stats and being like, wait, what changed?
Yeah, they
just got everything but more of it. It's like, if it dropped the defenses and put it into speed or an attacking stat, we'd probably be fine. But instead, it just
cut the attacking stats and did something interesting with the bulk. 20 across the board when your stats are that mediocre to begin with is nothing.
No, I agree with you. You're correct. You're correct, Lynian. I do. I think Mega Pyroar just give us a Mega Pyroar Z. I did actually see not like a Mega Pyroar Z solution, But somebody said, I kind of hope that the ability that Mega Pyroar gets is something where it just also gets a plus 50 to its special attack for some reason. And just becomes
just
like
literally
an
just
okay
switches-
Pokemon.
It's just gonna keep Moxie is the thing.
Yeah, I know. It's just gonna be fine.
That's gonna be the worst part. That's gonna be the worst part. For sure.
They're like, please just let it have an ability where it just gets better. The thing is, they've already kind of handled that with Mega Mawile and in this game, because like Mega Mawile's base stats are adjusted in Pokemon Legends EA to account for its lack of huge power.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why we're pretty sure Starmie gets huge power for one as well.
Yeah, because in Legends EA, it gets an extra 42 points to its base attack. Because it doesn't have abilities, so that's how they compensate. It has an ability while not having an ability. Just to compensate. Yeah, that's exactly why we think Mega Starmie probably has it, because Mega Starmie gets the same treatment as Mega Mawile.
And Mega Medicham.
Yeah.
And Mega Medicham gets the same thing. Yeah.
And regular Medicham, to be that frank.
Oh, Mega Hitmonchan? That'd be pretty sick.
Oh yeah, no, that could be good.
That could be, but that's not what we're talking
Mega
about.
Hitmonks, yeah.
Yeah, because Mega Starmie just gets like a gross amount of extra base stats in Pokemon Legends EA. It gets, instead of a bump to 100, it gets a 140 bump. So it's probably a huge power thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or like on paper. Okay, could you? They're just like, Starmie, you just
it's like,
Starmie, you need this. You need this, Starmie.
Yeah.
I hope it gets speed boost. That would be even funnier, actually.
That would be, oh god.
Could you imagine? That would be so funny.
It uses rapid.
Just get that stat boost and then get speed boost.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what Mega Blaziken more or less does.
Yeah, ish, yeah. Except but Mega Starmie breaks the Mega rules to get this.
Yeah,
boost. That's the worst part.
It deserves it.
I've seen it dancing to Toxic. That thing's great.
Yeah, it's fine. I love Mega Starmie. Mega Starmie's great. I have no notes or problems with Mega Starmie.
My only problem with Mega Starmie is I really don't like its default stance in the decks.
That checks out. I can agree with that. I think that's the problem I have with a lot of the Megas in Z to A that were announced. Like, I think of like Mega Feraligatr. I think Mega Feraligatr in a more traditional Pokemon game would not look as bad. Because it, like, when you're just watching it from the side, you're just like, wow, it just has a huge dorsal fin and it looks ugly. And then when it does like its motion, like, you're just like, oh, I get it. But it has to do the motion. And when you're playing Pokemon Legends EA, you're just like almost always behind it, so you can never see it. And it's very frustrating. So I kind of hope in like a traditional Pokemon game, when they have like the idle animations while they're waiting for people to select moves, it just like does it. It might make it slightly better. I don't know.
Well, a Mega that I think they should revisit. Mega Steelix.
Absolutely.
The sad thing is, I really like its design a lot. It's cool. It's
anytime I remember it exists. Anytime I remember it exists, I'm just like, wow, that was pretty cool that they did that.
Big crystal spikes on it to reference like Crystal Onyx. It's a natural progression of the design. It's not over designed, but the metal flakes are really cool. And then it's just kind of Steelix more.
Yeah, I think that's its biggest problem, is that it doesn't really do anything that Steelix doesn't already do. And because what does it get bumped? It gets like 30 in defense. It gets some attack, so it's like a normal attack stat.
Defense, a bunch of attack, and a little bit of defense. Question for you: what's its ability? Without looking it up, what is Mega Steelix's ability?
It's gonna be something stupid, like the one that makes it lightweight or something.
Force? No.
It's its hidden ability.
That's a Steelix's hidden ability.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's something different. Okay, that's dumb.
Gosh, that's right.
Wow. Okay, just give it like any other ability. Like any other ability.
Do you know what could have been great? Give it Sandstream.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That could have been interesting on it. For
Sandstream
sure.
doesn't do like the same thing though for Steelix that it does for what's it called?
Mega
Yeah,
Tyranitar.
that's fine.
Tyranitar.
It's still
It could have been more
weather center
interesting,
on
for
an
sure.
interesting mod.
I do agree it could have been more
Yeah.
interesting though.
It'd be more interesting than
Yeah.
Sandforce.
And I think it actually benefits from the Z Mega Evolution thought because it's already slow. It could just burn through its defense stat to add extra into its speed.
Could you imagine a fast Mega Steelix?
Something like
oh my
that
gosh,
to make
that'd
it
be
really fast.
That'd be so stupid. I'm
Well,
here
like,
for it.
Maybe not super fast, but like make it from 30 to like 90.
Onyx, like the thing about Onyx is it was supposed to be like a surprisingly fast mon. Like I think it has like 70 speed, and back in Gen 1, that was impressive.
I think it might be more than 70 actually. Onyx, I think is
It is 70 speed,
It is 70?
160
Okay.
defense.
You're right.
So
It has less
So it
attack than a
literally could
Talonflame.
That is
it could still
technically
go
correct.
back to 60. It could go back to 160 defense, put 70 in speed, and then do
if it could just be as fast
its
as Onyx,
base, and
I
then
think
just do the mega boost, the same mega boost that Steelix has.
I
on
think
its
the original
stats,
I think the
but just
original
have 70
concept
speed.
the original concept I believe for a lot of the Gen 2 added evolutions was that they were meant to be like more of a lateral move than
Scizor
an actual
was,
evolution. Well, Scizor is a lateral like
Scissor's-
completely.
Yeah.
But even then, like I think Steelix is kind of almost a lateral move to Onyx in that you lose that speed, and it just can't do as much.
Put in its defense, and then it just gives it some more attack.
Yeah, I think
it still got more stats, but it definitely was a semi-lateral move when you just looking at it. The two most interesting Onyx stats of defense and speed.
Yeah,
I like
Because
Steelix.
its attack
I like,
stat was the same as an Oddish.
I like Steelix. I like Mega Steelix. If they were to say, "Hey, we want to do another version of it," I'd be like, "Go for it, please.
please,
Make him
please.
cool."
Mega Steelix does need a new one. I don't disagree with you. What about you, Shark? Do you have like one Mega that you're like, man, I hope this gets a Z. I hope they revisit this concept.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna do my boring answer first because because with Z the idea, at least I interpret it, is like, okay, these Pokemon are gonna basically go faster and hit harder. And
I don't know if I agree, but I think they're gonna go faster.
That's what I feel like. There should be. It's a subtly. I feel like, okay, they're gonna get speed. And I look at the 6 Mega Pokemon that actually get slower. And one of them,
Okay, I know where you're going with this.
And one of them that caught my eye, as stupid as it is, to give it a form, I think Mega Garchomp probably could use a Z.
Oh,
form.
absolutely. I know. Mega Garchomp, not even just because it gets slower, but just because it's Mega Garchomp. Mega Garchomp is the one Pokemon that got a Mega, and the Mega was just worse.
It is the one that is clearly got worse. It's like Mega Tyranitar is like, it can go both ways. It's more of a lateral move, but like Mega Garchomp, at the time of launch was definitively worse.
It was. No, Mega Garchomp was worse than Garchomp. Like you might as well. Like so many people were just like, I'll just run Garchomp because Mega Garchomp is such trash. What makes Garchomp good for all of you back home, like back in Gen 4 Bingo card, what made Garchomp really good was its 102 base speed, which made it faster than Salamence. And it's decent attack stat. Ground typing is good. It was
130 at the time was not decent. It was an amazing attack.
Yeah, yes. So it was just a good Pokemon back then. And so what they did when they Mega Evolved it is they reduced the speed by 10, which was the one thing that like really put Garchomp over the edge. And I believe it also has Sandforce as an ability. It does.
Another Pokemon that has Sandforce as an ability.
Yes.
I believe Sandforce is also its ability because, I mean, and maybe we're biased because it's definitely like a doubles-oriented type thing, but...
Well, the thing is, it's bad in doubles because while it's 92, which is fine, everything in a Mega And there's
exactly.
so many megas that outspeed it and one-shot it that it doesn't matter. 40 of its points go into special attack, a stat that it never uses.
The only time you use it is if you're like you throw the occasional flamethrower fire blast for Ferrothorn. That's it.
Yeah.
That's you can run it. You don't typically run it, but you can. It is funny to do it, but it's like most of the time you don't.
Yeah.
It's
Mega Guard Jump
like
sad.
in theory, it's gotten better because you have things like Scale Shot to compensate the 92 speed, because 92 speed plus, with a speed boost is fine. You can get over that hurdle. And it has 170 attacks, so you actually don't need to set up. You can just click the Scale Shot button and start winning right there. But
it's still.
But yeah, no, it's still.
Garchomp needs revisited.
It's the one mega that actually just kind of got worse.
Yes.
So yes, it's a boring answer, but I think it's probably a good candidate.
That was my next one. I'm gonna be honest with you. This was like my next one to be like, yeah, Mega Garchomp just really we need Mega Garchomp Z to make Mega Garchomp good, or at least have a Mega Garchomp. I don't know. Like when I think of Mega Garchomp, I think of a wasted Mega slot. I'm just like, man, they could have given this to another Pokemon and it would have been great. Because does every like pseudo legendary need to have a Mega Game Freak? I don't think so. And you're dangerously close now. I'm just throwing it out. You're just dangerously close.
They could have done Mega Goodra, but they didn't.
They've held back from Mega Goodra, and they've just forgotten Komodo exists.
Well,
they gave Komodo Z.
Z-move,
They did give it a Z move that it permanently kept forever. You are correct.
Yeah,
you are
Omni
correct.
Boost is stupid.
Okay, so now I'm gonna pivot and choose something different that wasn't Mega Garchomp, because that's what I was gonna say.
I've got something if you don't.
The one I was kind of thinking about, and I don't know if it like needs it, was Sceptile. I just feel like out of the Sinnoh starters,
but yes,
or that's what I meant. Oh my gosh, you're correct. Out of the Hoenn starters and their megas, I feel like Mega Sceptile was the one that got the least, and I don't think it was bad specifically, but I just feel like it could have gotten more. Like it got Dragon type, which was cool, I guess. Megas really like to do that for some reason, and it got Lightning Rod, which is weird and kind of cool.
It fits, but same time.
Yeah, exactly how I feel.
Quad resistance to immunity. The best thing is that your special attack goes up, but it's hard to like.
Yeah, it's hard to pivot and switch into that
sneakily because you have to have Mega already.
Yeah, you can't switch in and then take it. So I just felt an awkward Pokemon that tried, and I would like for them to try again. I would just like it.
145 speed, 145 special attack. It's hard.
It's pretty good.
To be bad.
No, it was fine. When this was like back when I would still stream a lot on Twitch to do viewer battles, and so I had so many different teams where I was just building teams like crazy, and I was just building them around weird things. It was kind of good. It was like it got me really good at Pokemon at the time. Like I think I was a pretty decent competitive player back in the day. And I remember playing with Mega Sceptile and actually Mega Altaria were two of my favorites to like play with teams, because I just thought they did so much fun stuff differently compared to other Pokemon. I just wish Mega Sceptile was better. Like even if you just change the ability, I think it could be better. It's the same Pokemon, different ability. But the Z's, the at least the Mega Lucario Z feels like they're going to do a completely different stat swap on it.
I mean, it could benefit from being a little bulkier if it's going to be more defensive. Keep the defenses more speed, and it can do shenanigans. You can still probably find a niche for it. Grass types are and even Sceptile base is decent at sub seed sets.
Yes, you are correct.
Seed shenanigans and singles, so it could benefit off of that.
I just like it. I mean, my other answers are kind of boring, and it's mostly that I just want equity among the Kanto starters, and I want a Mega like Blastoise Z and a Mega Venusaur Z.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just want the equity.
Those are ones that's like that. Yeah.
I want the equity. Like, just, it's not that Mega Blastoise is bad. It's fine.
Yeah, no. They're not bad. Neither of them are bad. I'm like,
well, Mega Venusaur is probably the best.
Have a more offensive Venusaur.
Mega Venusaur was
like,
honestly just the best one of the three, but
yeah.
I just want the equity. Charizard gets 2. Why can't Blastoise and Venusaur get 2? Okay. Why can't they get 2? Give them. This is the moment, Game Freak. You've opened the door.
Or, hear me out. You could have Charizard X, Y, and Z.
Don't hurt me, Shark. Don't hurt me.
You can have Raichu X, Y, and Z.
I don't think they'll do that.
Note, frankly.
There's still a chance. We just know X and Y. We don't know Z yet.
That's the one that looks like Gorochu. Yeah.
That's Alolan Raichu is actually
Alolan Raichu.
Right.
Alolan Raichu. Yeah.
Do you know what Mega I think is probably one of the least considered, and that is Mega Audino.
Yes. Okay. I was thinking this one too.
Okay, it's not just that it isn't very good, or that it isn't an attacker. It's that it's not even a very good wall.
No, it's like they're just like, why not just use Blissey instead? I don't understand.
They just kind of all right. It's supposed to be like your Mega support mon, but it's not very good at doing that.
No, it's not.
They gave it healer, which is okay. That's cool. That's fair. Give it Friend Guard, actually. If you're giving up your Mega slot, you need something more than just a chance to cure a status condition. If you only want it to function in doubles because you want it to be your like Trick Room or kind of ridiculous utility setter, that's fine. Just let it do that, actually.
Yeah, I feel like they tried to set it up as some kind of doubles mod. This was back when they were still like really awkward about trying to make Pokemon specifically for competitive. Was Gen 6, and then they started making Pokemon specifically for their competitive format, that being VGC. That's when they kind of really started doing some wacky stuff, I guess is the answer.
They're throwing things at the wall, seeing what stuck.
Yeah, exactly. So they tried it, and then nowadays we get stuff that's like very, very crafted for VGC. Like I think a good example of that is Urshifu. I will say that until I die. Urshifu is a Pokemon that was 1000% crafted for VGC. Same with a number of other Pokemon, like even Sinistcha to some extent, actually. Sinistcha is definitely created for like their doubles format.
Oh yeah, no, 10,000%. They tried a couple others, but yeah, that like those for sure. Like they were tested. They were designed. They were perfected for it.
Exactly. But that's I kind of wish that I do wish Mega Audino was better, and I do think we deserve a better Mega Audino. Like it definitely just fell into my collection stack in Pokemon Legends Z8. Did anybody actually run Mega Audino through the story, right? Like did anybody catch an Audino as like, man,
mine did, but he really likes the Audino line. He really likes Audino, so that was just Audino no matter what.
Yeah,
yeah,
the Audino line. I was like, what?
Yeah,
I wish Audino would.
Audino line of Audino and Mega
Audino.
Yeah.
Mega Audino.
Yeah, it's a line. It is an evolution line.
I do love the card.
Yep.
I do love the card that they highlight on Bulbapedia for it, which is it's from Obsidian Flames. It's just a picture of Audino holding an egg, and it's very weird.
They don't have its World's Pokemon card.
It has the Mega Audino did win Worlds that one year, and that was wild.
Yeah.
That was
the best.
Yeah, that was so wild.
The best Audino is the Mega one.
The Mega Audino
card one.
Yeah. The thing is, Megas work completely differently now in the TCG. and it's not nearly as fun. Like back then, back in Gen 6, Megas actually had to evolve from the base form in the TCG instead of you just evolving or just playing a Mega. Like that was nuts to me.
Now you can just slap one on the field and just call it. It's like whoop.
Yeah.
I know we
Oh
don't
man.
even have its ability, but is Mega Malamar also one we can just get reworked?
Malamar, Mega Malamar, honestly, that's one that just deserves a rework just because that's just the Mega that its stats are weird. We need to see it needs a really good ability to save it because otherwise,
Yeah.
It's
Malamar.
got no ability. It's got no stat over 120. Mega Pyroar has a better distribution than it.
Yeah, they kind of hyped up this Mega Malamar thing and then didn't do anything with it. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Why did they give almost half of its stats to special defense?
I don't know. I don't understand.
Even one you can body press with.
Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, it's just weird. It's a weird stat distribution for sure.
I wonder if they'll give it like its own ability though, where like it flips its stats around or something. Though, well, no, because they would have accounted for that in ZA.
They're still mediocre.
They're like average. That's the thing. It's just perfectly average. It's
Mega Malamar looks like a normal Pokemon. It looks like a normal Pokemon. Like when you look at the stats. It's depressing. Wow.
Yeah, I saw was it a graphic that someone made that was basically like it just like a graph that basically highlights was it the x-axis being like Pokemon with good abilities, and then the y-axis Pokemon with good stats, and was highlighting the two corner spots of like Pokemon with god tier stats and terrible abilities, aka like Slacking and Regigigas, and then the other corner where it's terrible stats and amazing abilities, like Clodsire with Unaware, where it's able to make up for its terrible stat line. And it's just like Mega Malamar deserves to probably be up at that top corner more than likely.
In like everything.
It's like nuts. Pokemon that just got good stat total, but just not in the right spots and just terrible.
Absolutely agree.
But yeah, I do have one Pokemon that I think could be a fun Z form, just because I have nothing wrong with the Mega itself that it has. I just think because of how super defensive and Mega Scolipede get, I would love to see the fast super offensive version of it, where it's just super wheel, just take Whirlipede but make it extra fast, extra hit hard, go crazy. I think that'd be funny.
I could be with that. Mega Scolipede's design is weird to me.
It is weird and different, but I'm not like against it by any stretch.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's cool that it drops its speed and gets like really tanky. Like, that's cool. But at the same time, I kind of want to see a fast one. It's just its whole base thing is speed boost.
That's what it's all about, right? Yeah, exactly.
But what if it just speed boost?
That'd be wonky.
Then it just make it more wheel and more offensive, lose its defenses, and just be even faster.
No, they're gonna be even more brutal to us and give it the ability Quick Feet. Like they're just gonna bring back Quick Feet.
And I would almost respect it as a really funny callback.
I would respect it, but I'd be like, wow, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
That would be so bad. That'd be so bad. Yeah, I don't know if there's any others that I'm just like, man, like some of them just like kind of fell by the wayside. And I'm like, yeah, I would really like to see them not be on the wayside anymore. But other than that,
it's like the other Pokemon that got slower is like kind of like they're kind of okay. Like Mega Ampharos, I don't think needs it. I don't think it needs to go a fast version. Mega Heracross, maybe.
Yeah, maybe something slightly different with Mega Heracross.
Heracross could like benefit from it, like
I
being
don't like Mega
faster.
Heracross in general. He looks bloated. He looks like someone
Yeah.
hooked up a bike pump to him. I don't like him very much.
Mega Heracross feels like it feels like a Generation 4 evolution to an old Pokemon.
It does. But wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're fair there. Like I could see it, but I'm not like it's one I could not see. But other Pokemon that got slower that are worth noting are Mega Abomasnow, Mega Sableye.
Abomasnow needs something. I would love to see Abomasnow get revisited. I would love that.
Also, while Mega Sableye got slower, no, it didn't.
Yeah.
No, it didn't?
The speed stat went down, but it started acting faster.
Oh,
yeah, it did.
True.
Because they changed the no.
Okay, so
I had Stall.
Yeah.
Well, also had Prankster. I was thinking back. So the original Mega rule, it was using basically both Prankster and Not. And then they changed it, which made Mega Beedrill happy and Mega Sableye sad.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, the way they changed the speeds was not fun.
Probably how it should have worked to begin with.
No, it did some balancing. The only problem is it worked like both ways because it hurt things like Mega Beedrill and Mega Sableye, but it helped things like Mega Metagross, which is the wrong thing that needed help.
No, Mega Beedrill was
and Mega Charchomp, which didn't need help either.
Yeah. Because Metagross used to in Gen 6 run Protect just so you could spend a turn Mega Evolving and not get hit. So they get the speed boost and like its massive power gains. And then I guess Beedrill was the same way. You're right, yeah.
Yeah, because it had 75 base speed.
No, well, I mean, you throw out a Beedrill. Beedrill in general is just garbage, but Mega Beedrill was good because they like hyper specialized it.
Mega Beedrill
like the way it
fights like a Pokemon with 100 more base stats than it has.
Yeah.
Like, question: would a super defensive Mega Beedrill be good?
No.
No.
We have that. It's called Venomoth.
I think in general, when you're thinking of megas and you're just like, man, which defensive ones were successful? They're in the minority, I think, compared to the successful megas. And a lot of at least my bias is because of my time in Generation 6 and Generation 7 playing in the OU tier of competitive Pokemon. A lot of the Pokemon that were good, we just didn't see. Like Mega Metagross goes to megas. Mega Lucario went to megas. Mega Rayquaza went to megas. Mega Blaziken went to megas. Mega Salamence megas.
Ubers, not megas.
Or that's what I meant. Ubers.
We are all fried today. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's been a week, guys. It's been a week. But yeah, like you look at all of these megas that just got banned, and it's because of their offensive prowess. And like Mega Sableye being good, yeah, great. One defensive mon did fantastic. It like, I don't know. I think getting defense boosts as a mega is just not as one, it's not as exciting, but two, I don't know if it's as effective.
It's like it kind of needs
go ahead.
It needs to have good defensive stats, access to healing, and a good ability to compensate with it to help bulk it up. Mega Venusaur is a prime example of one that actually does benefit being defensive as a mega. That one is good.
No, Mega Venusaur is very well rounded, I think, is the difference. I think Mega Venusaur just is good overall.
There are a couple of more defensive megas that did fine. I keep having to fight Mega Aggron every year in draft because the same guy takes it. You know who you are. And it is a bit of a monster in formats that are not just OU. I think Mega Chestnut is a defensive. It mostly got defense, and I think it will be okay.
I think Chestnut will be one that will be good.
My biggest problem with Mega Chestnut, is that the axe is really cool, and I'm bummed that I can't just like use him in like an RPG. Like I think that is my biggest problem with Mega Chestnut. Is I don't
think
get
I'm
to
gonna
swing
have
the
to shiny
axe.
hunt this one here in the next day or so I'm ready for DLC. Because man, that looks so cool.
Just don't. Okay, so Chespin is such a pain to shiny hunt in this game because it doesn't have a guaranteed spawn, unlike every other starter from its generation.
Yep.
So that's already a pain. You have to check it in the ground because it spawns like the drill, not drill, yeah, well, like drillbur, but the diggersby in the area. It is so annoying. I decided I didn't want to shiny hunt it. I would just transfer one in, forgetting that home wasn't there. So I've got a shiny chestnut sitting in Scarlet, and it's waiting.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. There's a technique that you can do to like increase the number of spawns and also make it easier to check. I think make it a little easier to check. Where basically you can play with the mechanics of ZA, where you can pull the spawn away and then bring it back, and you can be able to actually get, instead of just being the 3, you can get up to like 6. So 6 is a little faster than the 3 and a little easier to check.
The problem is it only has a 20% chance of being in any of those. So you have a coin flip on if it's in those 6, and then you've got a...
And then you got a diggers, but yeah, no, definitely, of course, it's still going to be hard, but it might not be as bad, but you know, I still, I might try it after I get Sharpedo shiny. That's my other hunt I'm trying to do right now.
Okay. So, I don't know that I have anything else to add. I'm going to be honest. I was wondering
the lattes. That's all that needs to be said.
Yeah, well, honestly, that would be great. If
make one giant Z form that's both blue and red.
No. I said differentiate.
If you have
just one red eye, one blue eye.
If you have a mega that you think should be better or get a Z form, let us know at puclpodcast@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. But yeah, with that, guys, I think it's time to move on to our PokeQuiz. So let's kick it on over, where we're going to quiz your co-host on their insane Pokemon knowledge. We'll catch you guys on the flip-flop.
Well, hi, and welcome to the PokeQuiz, the part of the show where we quiz our co-hosts on their insane Pokemon knowledge. I'm Mark from the Dunsparce gang, here to explain the rules. Our fabulous co-hosts will work as a team to answer 5 Pokemon-themed trivia questions that fans have submitted on the Discord server. Each question is worth 1 point, with Pokedex and multiple answer questions worth more, for a total of 7 points. The host can use a free hint at any time. If they get all the answers correct and do not use the hint, they can cash it in for an 8th point.
Welcome to our PokeQuiz, the part of the show where we quiz your co-host. Thank you for that introduction, though, Mark. And we're going to get right into it. Just as a reminder, Professor Oak wants to let you all know. I say Professor Oak because he's on the screen. It's time to PokeQuiz. Make sure you submit your questions at puclediscord.com and not via message in a bottle. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our first question. It is a general trivia question, as always. The ladder has reset for everybody, by the way, so there are no bonus questions today. We also are probably going to rework those slightly. It was more of like an emergency Band-Aid patch last season. So yeah, you guys are going to be on the board and on the top of the board, regardless of what you do today.
Hooray! Starting on top.
Being able to fail.
Yeah. Our first question is from Slate Slabrock. What are the only 2 non-regional Pokemon to be a part of both a 2-stage and a 3-stage line? I'll also clarify and say that non-regional means that the Pokemon itself is not a regional, but that the stage itself could potentially be a regional.
Okay, so it's Applin and Mime Jr.
We locking that in?
Yeah.
That is correct. It is Applin and Mime Jr. Yes. You are correct.
Yep.
Applin and Mime Jr. are both members of a 2 and 3 stage line. And the Galarian Mr. Mime line is 3 stage, and Hydrapple is a 3 stage. So, yeah, there you guys go. 1 for 1. Your next question is a general trivia question again. And this comes from Jeremy B17. What is the only Pokemon to learn Sky Attack by level up in Generation 1? Sky Attack, famous move. That definitely got cold. I hope it got cold.
I know Pidgeot has it on Blue's team in the end game.
I thought it was like one of the legendary birds. Or I thought all the legendary birds, to be fair.
No.
But that was my initial thoughts.
No, because the thing is they don't get it. I think it's Moltres. I know Pidgeot has it, but I think it gets it TM.
Okay. So are we going with Moltres?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Moltres.
I could see that. I think that's the one I actually remember the most.
That's the one I remember the most too. And that's because it's correct. It is just Moltres. The rest of them get it via TM. Yeah, wild. All right, this next question is your Pokedex entry as always. You're 2 for 2. Your entries this week come from Hack Blowfist. The budget Hootie and the Blowfish band. And this first entry comes from Pokemon Black and White 2. So I guess they reused the entry. It dances silently through the sky. When it approaches prey, it can land a critical hit in an instant. It dances silently through the sky. When it approaches prey, it can land a critical hit in an instant.
It dances?
Silently
Through the sky. This could be anything.
Yeah. No.
That can fly.
Yeah.
That's the good news is we've narrowed it down to
wings.
The second most type in the most
common
I
type
think
of the
Pokemon.
game.
Yeah, second, third. It's like flying types that flying types from Gen 5 or earlier that do silent. Let's Unpheasant.
I don't think
Unpheasant.
that's
The only
silent.
reason is that it does learn Super Lock, I believe. So
counterpoint. It has a shared data entry between
Black and White 2.
Between those two games. So no, it's not going to do that. Black and White 2 wouldn't share the entry for that.
That is a good counterpoint.
Black and White 2 are the same like lineage, but yeah, it's unless they just don't want it. Yeah, I guess it's possible that way too. But then if you're thinking they're just not going to they're going to make more dex entries, then probably a like Pokemon that isn't in base Black.
Yeah, that's
White,
kind of what I'm thinking.
Or Unova Dex, which then
maybe like Altaria, or perhaps Swellow.
I'll buy Swellow because I know that one just feels better.
Are we going to lock in Swellow?
It feels a little better, but yeah.
Sure. I don't have a great narrow down for this.
Yeah, that feels
We're going to move on.
We're
going to take Swellow for now. Your next entry is from Pokemon Platinum. I had never gotten a Pokemon Platinum entry before, by the way. So it's weird. It's weird that this is the first time. If it succeeds in catching even a faint breeze properly, it can circle the globe without flapping once. If it succeeds in catching even a faint breeze properly, it can circle the globe without flapping once and is good at critical hits. And yeah.
Why is it still?
I have like a really cheesy clue, but I'm not going to do it.
It still sounds like Swallow, which is my problem.
I don't know.
Because
no.
the stupid animation in most games show it basically soaring. It doesn't flap its wings.
Do not blame it. It's Gen 6.
It just glides.
Yeah, glides.
maybe-
Gen 6 and onwards, its animations are just...
Glides, yeah.
Oh, God, it's Gliscor. I remember this
Sure.
entry now. Oh, my gosh, that's what it is.
I believe you.
Gliscor.
Are we locking in Gliscor? Are we locking in Gliscor?
Yes.
Sure.
It's Gliscor. Yes, I remember it.
Gliscor is correct. That is the answer. It is Gliscor.
Oh, my gosh.
You got one there. You're 3 for 3. Your next question is your multi-answer question. There are 8 possible answers to this question. I think you can probably get all of them. You get 3 strikes. You do have to lock in all of your answers. Today, there is a maximum possible total of 3 points for you guys. And the way we're going to do it is if you give me 2, that's a point. If you give me 4, that's 2 points. And if you give me all 8, that's 3 points. All right, here we go. Multi-answer question. Let's go. It is from Vanillite Ice, my favorite rapper.
Bum, 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 bum.
The ice type has the most unique combinations, type combinations with 8. By unique, there's one Pokemon or one evolution line that shares that type combination. What are those evolution lines or Pokemon
Okay.
that have unique types?
So basically, just any Pokemon typing that has only
ice.
one Pokemon line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
And is ice.
okay, and is ice. So, for example, if I were to lock in Galarian, Darmanitan, Zen form, does that count?
That does
with
count,
Ice
yes.
Fire?
Ice Fire, yeah.
That does count. Yeah, with
And-
Ice Fire. That is correct. That is one.
So that's one.
I think Mamoswine is just one?
I don't believe there's another ground ice type, so I'd lock in Mamoswine.
Mamoswine is also correct. That is 2. That's 1 point.
Any ice ghosts?
No, there is not Rotom. Rotom is no. Arctozolt exists.
Oh yeah, Arctozolt exists. Yep,
What about
you're right.
Ice Bugs? Snom.
It's just Snom.
And
Lock that
Ice
one
Bug.
in.
Snom / Frostmoth. Yeah, that is correct. That is 3 with Bug Ice.
Snover.
Where was I? Ice Ghost. Aside from Frostlass, I can't think of any.
I can't either, so let's select that.
Lock in
and
Frostlass.
Frostlass is correct. That's 4.
and Abomasnow.
Abomasnow is 5.
Yeah.
I remember Abomasnow.
Sandshrew.
Alolan
Yes.
Sandshrew. That is correct. Yeah. Ice Steel.
I
That is
think
6.
Ice Fairy, conversely,
Yeah.
Vulpix or Ninetales.
It is only 9 tails. Vulpix is actually just ice.
Yep, we'll lock that in.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah.
So one more.
Yeah, one more.
Ice
Okay.
Dark.
Ice Dragon, no.
No.
Ice
Ice
Dark.
Rock? No,
Ice
no,
Rock.
Avalugg.
Avalugg and what?
Auroras.
Oh yeah, right.
Can you think of any ice fightings other than Crabominable?
No, because I'm pretty sure it's just a Crabominable.
Then Crabominable.
Crabominable is correct. That is all of them for you today. For those of you at home, as a recap, Crabominable, Ice Fighting, Abomasnow, Grass Ice, Mamoswine, Ice Ground, Frostmoth, Bug Ice, Frostlass, Ghost Ice, Galarian Darmanitan, Zen Mode, Ice Fire, and Alolan Sandslash, Ice Steel, as well as Alolan Ninetales, Ice Fairy. That is all of them. You guys got all 3 points. You are 6-4 today. Our last question is going to be your base stat question, as always, and it is from the old trivia master himself, P. McGee. What final stage Pika clone has the lowest special attack stat? Pika clone being, of course, any Pokemon that looks like Pikachu from any generation that's not Generation 1 or Pichu.
And we're not including Pika Blue, even though I still count as a
No,
Pika
you
clone.
don't count. You're not counting Pika Blue. No. And it's also final stage, so it'd have to be a Zoomeril.
Yeah. Big Peekaboo. Oh. Okay, let's think. I don't think it's the Minun. So we got
And it has to be
Minun
plus.
plus.
We can't say Pichu.
Yeah, exactly. So it's Minun, Plusle,
Which have the same
Pachirisu,
stats. Pachirisu. Emolga, which it's not going to be Emolga.
Dedenne.
Not going to be Dedenne. It's going to be Togedemaru, Pachirisu.
Does Mimikyu? I guess Mimikyu with the Nas. Oh well, no, Togedemaru. Excuse me.
Yeah,
it's Togedemaru.
Palmot. I think Palmot's actually pretty rounded now that I think about it.
Yeah, I don't think it's Palmot. I think it actually has fairly high. Do we? Yeah, Morpeko. If we didn't say Morpeko. I know Morpeko is the one, and to a lesser extent, Togedemaru, that are like
it's between Togedemaru and Pachirisu, because Togedemaru is like high defense, reasonable attack, and reasonable speed, which does not leave many stats to go around. And then Pachirisu is just bad at everything. I think it's probably Togedemaru though.
Yeah, we can either burn the hints or go for 8 to start off really strong.
You're competing for that $25 gift card to Longhorn Steakhouse. Maybe that's a good one. Longhorn Steakhouse.
I'm gonna say Togedemaru.
Togedemaru.
I don't want to use the hint.
Togedemaru is correct. Togedemaru has a base special attack of 40, followed up by Pachirisu at 45.
Jesus.
Followed up by Morpeko and Palmot at 70. So yeah, you got it. You guys got it. That gives you guys a full 8 points there on the board. That's exciting. That's exciting for somebody. I don't know who.
Not me, but no.
You could win it. You could win the very special $25 gift card to Chuck E. Cheese. Actually, Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Or Pasquale's Pizzeria, as it's known on DoorDash. They did a ghost kitchen. Did you guys know that?
Yeah,
I did hear. Yes.
Yeah. Wild. They did a.
I think I remember from another episode when we thought about giving a Chuck E. Cheese. There's a Chuck E. Cheese world over here in like Grapevine, Texas.
Crazy.
That's fast. I have so many questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll happen. One sec. I'm deleting everybody off this board real quick so that you guys can bask in the glory of being the only 2 on the board. And use that and shove it in their face.
Yep.
But that gives you guys 8 points today. So the current scores for those of you at home is Lynian and Shark are tied for first place with 8 points. Everybody else has yet to get on the board.
I did so well. I just helped the other guy who's competing with me. He's the only one who's even close to me right now.
Yeah.
I know, right? It's crazy.
Everybody else has yet to get on the board. For some reason, the thing that we're using to do the scores took a minute, and it only had the 2 of you in second and third place.
Second and third.
In second and third place. So yes, for those of you at home, it is it is on the screen if you're watching on YouTube. Lynian and Shark in first place with 8 points apiece. All right. With that, if you want more Puckle's PokeQuiz, tune in next week to our podcast at puclpodcast@gmail.com. But other than that, we're going to kick it on over now to our Poke Opinion. Welcome to Puckle's Poke Opinion, where you can leave an opinion on the Discord server and we'll try to give you our thoughts on it. Or a question. There were some other good ones. Sometimes there's like whole topics that come out of these too. So keep giving them to us. We really appreciate it. I like knowing what you guys are interested in. But yeah, a good unused. Somebody asked if we could pitch a Pokemon to fill all of the unused types. I don't think the Poke Opinion segment is meant to be that long. So I want to just pick one, and I'm going to pick randomly today. And I'm going to pick one that I always say, whenever I team build, I go, man, I really need this to fill the gap, and it's Fire Fairy.
I had a feeling you were gonna go for that one. You said I had one to pick. Yeah, that's one I knew.
Well,
you would
okay,
go for.
okay. Whenever you at least when I personally team build, there's so many times where I'll team build, I'll be like, man, what would fill this would be a Fire Fairy, and it would be perfect, and it doesn't exist. And usually, honestly, before Hisuian Arcanine, I always was thinking like a regional Arcanine could fit that spot, mostly because I want the Arcanine type stat spread for that typing. Yeah. But I was like a majestic fairy fire Arcanine. There are a lot
of fire spirits worldwide.
There are.
You could pull.
Oh yeah.
There are a lot of like hearth spirits and things that would supposedly live in fireplace, and like I feel like those are almost gimmies in a way.
That could work.
Yeah, you could definitely pull something that's like, pulls off that inspiration. Like, what's that character's name from?
We haven't had a
Castle.
Oh yeah,
you can pull off of that something starting like that, and then just kind of work your way up from there.
And then evolves into something more. Yeah, I mean, even just something that's just like that's just like a flame. We haven't had that yet in Pokemon. And I think that'd be really cool.
The closest is Litwick, which is just a candle. So
yeah,
we could just
use
we
haven't had
actual.
That. It's because you saw what Moltres did to the 3DS.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that was more like that was flames plural. I just want one that's a flame.
A singular flame.
A flame blob.
The idea is we get Tinkaton with a gun. Regional Tinkaton, and just got a cannon.
I do want regional Tinkaton so bad though, where like it starts dismantling other Pokemon for its hammer. Like instead of just
Tinkaton, it's right there.
Like I really, really do like that. But yeah, no, I've always wanted like an Arcanine. I do like the idea of just like an elemental, essentially, just like a D&D elemental becoming the Pokemon. That could be good. I'm into that. Flame elemental. But yeah, I don't know. Any ideas from you, Shark, that are different than what we already said, or no?
For Fire Fairy.
Fire Fairy. What do you want out of it?
Not specifically. I'm trying to think of other.
Yeah, I really just like saw like an Arcanine with wings, like fairy wings, and I'm like, I'll be happy.
I'm trying to think.
Just,
what other?
Just give me that.
I just want everyone's Sparkle Dog OC from 2004.
Yeah, I think that's fine. It's essentially a Neopet, right? Like at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just asking for a Neopet. That's a word I haven't uttered in years.
I'm trying to think.
Actually, I say years.
Make regional Ponyta again, but like somewhere in between.
Okay, I do wish
Kanto and Galarian forms.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping it would have been to begin with, like a cool Pegasus or something, but it's fine. The other one that I think would be cool, like regional wise, in terms of like Fire Fairy, was like Ninetales. I think could have done that as well.
You could have just put that. They could have made it a fairy and then had the other one be
the
opposite.
Yeah, exactly. They could have. I feel like the regular one could have been retconned back in Gen 6 to fairy type, because they gave it so many like psychic type things where it's kind of like this spirit type thing. It's more like a yokai, closer to that in vibes, but I feel like fairy type and yokai can kind of go hand in hand to some extent. But I really like, I mean, it's all better than Yokai Watch. You don't need to play Yokai Watch. It's fine. Nobody should play Yokai Watch. It's okay.
Trying to think any other.
But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I don't know. This is kind of where I'm at. I just want like, I mean, honestly, just give me any of like the cool fire types we already have and just make it a fairy type as well.
Weirdly, I'm looking at the fire types. I don't feel like many of them just straight up make a good just slap a fairy. I think it might have to be the reverse. I'll take a look.
Oh, take a fairy type and then turn it into a fire type.
I think
I
that
could-
might be the way
Slurp up
because I'm
burnt
like,
marshmallow.
Okay, no,
that
okay,
could be-
that would have been good. That would
okay.
be good. But also, I am upset
See-
that Doxbun didn't get it. I am upset that Doxbun didn't get fire type because it is just a baked loaf of bread. Like it goes
True.
from Fido to baked bread dog. Like that's what should have happened.
Oh, okay, hold on. Aromatisse, but make it more like Fire Dancer, where it could just spray perfume that turns into flame.
Okay, you sold me.
You could do something.
I don't
like
know. It doesn't
that.
take very
You
much
could
to
do
sell me
Slurp
on
Up,
this.
burnt marshmallow, Aromatisse, Fire Dancer is like perfect.
I'm here for it.
You got
I'm here
that.
for it.
That could work.
But yeah. All right. Well, you
Even
can also
Milk
answer
Cereal
this as
Creamy
well.
Could go to it.
The listeners can also answer how they would make a fairy fire type. Actually, if they draw pictures and they send it in, we'll put it on the video version as well. We'll definitely take that. Well, yeah, that has been our pokey opinion, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fire fairy, make it happen, Game Freak, make it happen. With that, we're gonna kick it on over to our mailbag. Welcome to the mailbag. The mailbag is the part of the show where you can email us every week at puclpodcast@gmail.com and let us know your thoughts on the topic. Last time we had a mailbag, we asked you guys what you thought about which Pokemon games should actually be in the top Pokemon games of all time, or top Nintendo games of all time. That was the list. Yes, that sounds right. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into it here in a second. But as always, this part of the show is brought to you by the fictional energy drink Green Tauros, the energy drink that gives you hooves.
Oops.
And we'll give a Green Tauros badge to anybody who might be deemed worthy. I think both people that we're going to read today already have it, so it doesn't matter. All right. With that said, though, we're going to start with you, Shark. You got this email by Reptile.
All right. Hiya, Puckle. Reptile here. I have what's apparently a pretty radical philosophy when it comes to ranking games and other forms of media in general, in that my mindset is always about what those games are like to play right now. Meaning, when I'm thinking about which Pokemon games are the best, I think about how I would enjoy them if I were to grab a copy and play it right this minute, without considering their impact on the industry or how they felt to play when they released. With that in mind, I tend to agree that two of the three choices from the IGN on which Pokemon games are the best. Pokemon Yellow, of course, fails the modern playability metric in a hilarious fashion. Not only is the first generation of games hilariously buggy and difficult both to play and to learn, but two different remakes from Kanto have come out which each improve the play experience dramatically. I'd consider.
Wait, Fire Red, Leaf Green. Okay, never mind. That's the right choice. That's the right answer.
You thought he was ride or die for Let's Go?
I thought so. I thought for a second I was going to cry. Okay. No, I remember there was somebody like there were people that like get mad at me about my opinion about Let's Go sometimes. Okay, and Let's Go is fine. It's just not a good Pokemon game. It's fine.
We'll probably touch. No, we don't touch on the Switch ones, but
Good.
yeah, I think all the Switch games have their own issues. I could argue that on terms of modern playability, yeah, you can nix the Yellow and put Pokemon Let's Go on a list, but I would not put But I would.
Well, I think Yellow. I think Red, Blue, and Yellow need to be on that list. Just because of the impact they've had on Nintendo in general. So like I have no problem with them being on the list. Like there's plenty of the other games that they put on that list that are definitely modern day is much like, yes, we've had like advancements in like game design and stuff like that. But at the time they were top tier. Pokemon was top tier when it originally came out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I digress.
Yep. The post-DS games, though, are still excellent to play the game. Barring some relative minor quality of life improvements, they feel great and have much more bonus content that we're used to in modern games. I'm not certain which Unova series I prefer, but I have no qualms with Black and White 2 being on the list alongside Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Each of the games from the 3DS onwards have problems that impact enough players to where I would just keep them off the list with the notable exception of Omega Ruby Alpha the Sapphire.
Okay,
The move
now
to
I need to know
3D
this argument. I need to know this argument now. Okay, keep going.
The move to 3D has obviously continued to impact these games, but the sheer scale of improvements and reimagining of Hoenn's story bump it up farther beyond X, Y in that generation, making them the highlight of the 3DS era for me personally.
If it's
Well, I guess
personally,
Gen
I'll give it to
7
you.
Just didn't happen.
Yeah, well, Gen 7 was really cool and done very well in my opinion.
Yeah,
but even
I
then,
think those are my favorite Pokemon games by a pretty
Yeah.
wide margin. They have a long tutorial.
That's about it.
Care.
Well, to be fair, I think that's the problem with like Pokemon games post X and Y anyway, has been that we've just had a long tutorial in all of them. Like it's in Sword and Shield, it's in Scarlet and Violet. It was a major complaint for ZA. There's a long tutorial in Pokemon Legends Arceus.
I don't even think it's that bad. It's just like, oh, there's a long tutorial. I should just get to play the game. Well, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you.
It's fine.
I also think if you didn't have that tutorial sometimes, it would be really easy to not buy into the story that they've set up.
Exactly.
It's not like Pokemon Red and Blue, where the story was like something that just kind of like accidentally happened along your way. The story in modern Pokemon games exists, and that initial tutorial introduces you to a lot of characters and gets you to get that buy-in into that universe.
Yes, it's tutorial. There are tutorial messages going up. The biggest part of those is not tutorializing the player. It's setting base levels of engagement, and it's making sure that you understand what the Pokemon world is like, so that you can be excited to explore it in a couple of hours.
Yep, I agree with you.
All that said, it's clear to me that I'm not always in the majority when it comes to the Nintendo game opinions. I didn't personally enjoy Breath of the Wild, for example, and most Mario games only hold my attention for a short time, no matter how good they may be as platformers. Donkey Kong 64 is still in my top 20 games of all time, and through it all, I'm still quite...
That's a good game, as I was saying. Donkey Kong 64 was a good game.
Yep. I still quite enjoy most Sonic games. So take my opinions with a dose of sodium, but I'm glad to enjoy these games I like and let other people enjoy what they like. Signing off for far too much water, Reptile.
I do like that. All right. Well, thanks, Reptile. Our last email today is going to come from Gigasaurus Games. Hello, Puckle crew. I always find discussions about whether Pokemon games are good games to be an interesting discussion, so I thought this would be the perfect chance to throw my thoughts in. Especially because I really want to put out thoughts about Gen 2 with how much nostalgia the podcast has for the Johto games. By the podcast, you just mean Thatch, and that's okay. Thatch has a lot of nostalgia. I'm not saying they're good games. On the whole, I think Pokemon games are decent games, but they often have fairly noticeable flaws that prevent them from being great games, so they tend to fall into the mediocre to good range for me. Early games had too many bugs. Psychic immune to Ghost? Really? Okay, that's true. But there were also only like 2 Ghost moves, so who cares? Later games have poor production quality. I still remember the Star Raptor and the windmill. Yeah, I do too. I also tend to be pretty resistant to heavily weighting older games because they have historical value when saying whether a game is one of the greatest games today. For much the same reason, I have this objection to do things for film. Older media will also always have more heritage, but that doesn't mean it holds up. Pokemon's tendency to fear innovation also weakens its entries on the whole. I kind of agree with that, but not entirely.
Yeah, I could kind of see that.
I just don't think there's a monster catching game. This is Thatch speaking. I don't think there's a monster catching game that still does it better than Pokemon in some way. And I'm sure I'm sure that there's a bunch of people that'll like shout Pal Whirl or something, but I don't know that I agree with that.
It's not quite this. That's still not the same, but
yeah.
And
still there's still.
It's not a good game. I'm gonna say this on an objective, not Pokemon fan. I play a bunch of games. It's just not very good. It's a base builder game. there are so many of these. It's got a mon catcher element, sure, but it's not great at that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think people jump on it because they don't like where Pokemon is, and I find that an extremely ridiculous statement.
Yeah,
we definitely had a subset category, almost had a topic this week where we talked about monster catcher games.
Yeah.
And definitely when I was looking through it, I'm like, there's really not anything close to Pokemon. There's some things that are kind of there, but it's still like each of them is just different enough that it's still Pokemon kind of holds the candle in that. You can look at Shin Megami Tensei type games that have similar aspects, but again, they're just enough different that it's not.
Yeah.
Like they have some things right, but it's still not the same.
I agree.
And then you have things like Ooblets.
Pokemon's just like sat at the top.
It's
just like sat at the top of like the monster catching tier for a while. And I do like sympathize with the feeling that Pokemon is not going in the direction people want, and that it maybe feels a little bit static. But I don't know.
The production values could be higher.
Yes.
And probably should be. They need to expand their team. But I remember there was a review of ZA that I saw that I immensely respect the person who wrote it in general, but I think this was a very stupid take. Where they said that they wished that Pokemon fans would realize that if you put aside all of the marketable character designs and
if you I read this article. Continue.
Then the games are just mediocre, and I kind of sat there. I'm like, I don't know how to tell you
if you take Pokemon out of Pokemon,
makes the thing good, it's bad.
Yeah, if you take all the good parts out of this game, it's a bad game, it turns out.
If you skip all the story cutscenes in Expedition 33, it's just like a mediocre Souls-like. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, sure, but that's the reason people like it. I don't...
Yep.
If I take this meat off a hamburger, it's just a bad bread roll. Well, yeah, actually. I don't think that's meaningful criticism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well... let me continue. In terms of which Pokemon games I would put in a top 100 Nintendo games, then I really think there wouldn't be much. I think I would have put on Gen 1 because even I have to admit they have been an enormous heritage and laid the foundation for a media empire. And after that, there's not much. Gens 3 through 5 weren't sufficiently innovative. I actually disagree with Gen 3 specifically, but that's fine. Gen 7 has a horrendous tutorial. That's fine. We already talked about why that doesn't matter. Gens 8 and 9 have too low production quality. I think on the Switch 2, Gen 9 is fine and is how it should have come out.
If that's how it released,
if that's how it released, I wouldn't have felt bad.
The problem is it's just not how it was, and we can't make Scarlet Violet better.
To be fair,
design's great. The production values are just genuinely bad.
Yeah, to be fair, I think the Gen 9 Pokemon at least responded to that and saw that was a problem. And Gen 6 I refuse to put on, while it may have led to much of what makes modern Pokemon games, I often think that this isn't for the better. I still mourn the loss of sprite art, and I also cannot stand the roller skates and Caliburs. That's the best criticism.
That one's fair.
Oh, the skates are fair. I don't disagree.
Gen 2, let's talk about Gen 2. Gen 2 has a terrible leveling curve. You're playing it wrong. Perhaps it was designed for you to backtrack, as Thatch always argues, but that doesn't make it good design. Grinding, I think, is almost inherently bad design because it is repetitive. Yes, and that is how a majority of games in the 2000s worked. I don't like... In the time,
2000s and earlier. That's just how that's just RPG.
RPGs.
RPG stands for really pretty long grind.
Yeah. Further, if Gen 3 is going to be knocked for being so anti-consumer by making completing the decks a grind, Gen 2 is just as bad. It needed to grind the game, supposedly properly. I played Crystal for Badge Bonanza, and I just do not see what the hype is, especially with how empty Kanto is in Gen 2. Kanto was empty, but it was also an afterthought. Gen 3 was, if you just look at Ruby and Sapphire, incredibly innovative in the way that they enhanced the graphics. Like it was just so colorful compared to previous Pokemon games. Like it was a lot actually.
It had a lot of games around
yeah.
the time, especially on the game
the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy. Yeah. Pokemon itself like designed a new compression method for Game Boy games, so like it's fine. Like it came with a lot of technical advancements as well. Some side games might make my list, most notably Pokemon Mystery Dungeons Explorers of Sky. I have not played this, but I've heard good things.
It's very good. I haven't played Sky, but I've played Darkness and Time, which is plus more.
Yeah. But that's probably it. So I wouldn't have many Pokemon games that I would justify as top 100 Nintendo games. As always, thank you for all the word, and I look forward to seeing how Thatch defends the terrible level curve of Gen 2 this time. Okay, I feel called out. It's okay, though.
You've been personally attacked.
I've been personally attacked. And it's because it's Gigasaurus, and he and I know each other, and it's fine. But I still think Gen 2 was meant to be a combination JRPG Animal Crossing game. That's what it was meant to be. That's all I'm saying.
Sure, I just think that it didn't work, and we're okay to criticize that and say that
I liked it. I liked it. I don't know. I remember being a kid. Well, I wasn't when it came out. I was how old? I was I think 8. I was 8 when Gen 2 came out.
Oh, I'm sorry that I didn't give you.
Maybe I was 8.
Your 1 year.
Maybe there's a difference between being 7 and 8. Okay.
There was.
That's why you insisted you were 7.5.
Yeah. There's a difference between 7 and 8. Okay. No, but I do. The difference was. I mean, I think the difference is how I play video games now versus how I played video games as a kid. And I think that's probably very true for a lot of people. Because nowadays, like I have like a long gaming session, and then maybe every once in a while you pick up the game after you have that. When I was a kid, there weren't as many long gaming sessions. It was like, oh, you got to play for an hour. Here, go play for an hour. And I think Gen 2 at the time with that style of gameplay made sense. Like the backtracking was definitely intentional because they wanted me to be in Olivine and be like, oh shoot, it's Tuesday in Olivine, and then walk from Olivine all the way back to Goldenrod City to do the bug catching contest.
Exactly. Or like go find the random trainer that appears on a Saturday to give you the shark beak or whatnot.
Oh, then also get to get like the phone calls from the people to get the evolution stones early, because that was the only way to get evolution stones. Outside of Bill's grandfather, like stuff like that. There were a lot of reasons to only play for like a little bit, in Gen 2. So, I don't feel bad. I also was early Pokemon, so like we didn't have the insight of other Pokemon games to rely upon, at the time either.
We just knew it was red, but more and prettier.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. I agree with that.
That's made it awesome.
And if it took longer, it didn't really matter.
I think there are probably plenty of Pokemon games that belong in the top 100, just because 100 is a very big number.
They put 3. Pokemon got 3 slots of the 100. I don't agree with that list, and I don't want to like rehash that whole topic, but like Shark and I were talking about the list beforehand, and I was like, whoever wrote this just really likes Zelda. Like they just like really have a big.
The whole IGN Nintendo Live team had a lot.
They love Zelda.
To be fair, Zelda is probably the like Zelda and Mario, like the 2 franchises that should have the bulk of the list. But at the same time,
but it was like every Zelda game was on that list. Like every Zelda game. Except for like the CDI games, but like every Zelda game was on that list, and I'm like, I don't know that every Zelda game goes on this list.
The one that wasn't was the OS.
Like I can think of some Zelda games that do not need to be on this list, you know?
Yeah.
So it was kind of excessive with the amount of Zelda they put on the list, I thought. So I think they could
doing the
easily
1 and 2
have found room for other people, for other
Tears of the
franchises.
Kingdom being better than Breath of the Wild.
That was also wrong. Yeah, Breath of the Wild is better than Tears of the Kingdom.
It goes like.
I have feelings. I don't really.
Yeah.
I don't even like those games because open world just doesn't usually click.
Yeah.
With me, but they're fine. They're both good. I don't feel.
I can agree with one being like one.
I don't think both of them need to be up there.
Probably being the Tears of the Kingdom is just like Breath of the Wild, but more. But at the same time, Breath of the Wild was that big of an impact. I think it deserved to be number one on its own.
Yeah.
Why
and
the
then
Switch
slap a Mario in
succeeded.
between it. But
okay, it isn't entirely why the Switch succeeded, but boy, did it help getting that out early.
Oh, it helped. It helped a lot. Absolutely. But yeah. All right. Well, we're going to end it here. You both have the Green Taurus badge, so I don't care. You can email us at puclpodcast@gmail.com next week, though, and let us know what Pokemon you hope gets as Z Evolution. Granted, the game will be out, so you'll probably know. You'll probably know who did get one, but tell me who you wish would have gotten one instead, I guess. Also, let us know what you think of the DLC so far. Let us know. puclpodcast@gmail.com. Also, if you want to design a fairy fire type Pokemon, let us know. Send that in. puclpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to keep up with us throughout the week, you can come over to our Discord at discord.com or pucklediscord.com. You can also follow us on social media at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Additionally, you can check us out at YouTube, youtube.com/pucklepodcast, or on Twitch at twitch.tv/thepucklepodcast. I will be streaming this Wednesday. I'm coming back. I love holiday streams because a long time ago, I purchased a snow effect or a snow effect for the screen, and that's what I live for. Yeah. What the simple things are what get me. And then of course you can always help support the show over at Patreon at patreon.com/pucklepodcast. With that though, guys, I guess that's the show. I have been Trainer Thatch.
I've been Sharkfinnagan.
I've been Lynian.
And here in the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's closing time.